Dan Celia.
Our poverty level has done nothing but go up.
I really, really appreciate your show and everything that you're doing. May God bless you.
Your personal economy.
You can't say, I don't want any risk. I don't want to take any risk. I just want to put my money in a CD and forget about it. But I want to earn 18% a year. It doesn't work that way.
Conservative talk radio you can count on.
Once again, Steve Forbes. Hey, Steve, how are you?
Dan, good to be with you.
Financial Issues with Dan Celia.
Hi, Dan. I just want you to know how much I really appreciate the passion that you have.
Aligning reality with truth.
And I've got Congresswoman Bachmann with us right now.
So I just want to thank you. I want to thank your listeners.
We need to save America and keep it intact for our children and grandchildren.
Now, here's your host, Dan Celia.
888-589-8840 AFR Talk, financial issues, all the major indices in negative territory. Not a lot, kind of, close to being flat for all practical purposes, but nevertheless in negative territory. We've got some bad numbers come out, and that's why Adam just said to me, I'm surprised the markets are down, but, there's so much uncertainty right now. And I started to say it, I think, at the beginning in the first segment. I never did finish my thought on it. But one of the things that I said then was that I think that the next 4 months, I'm going to say 4 to 6 months, there is going to be so much uncertainty in the markets. And I find it very difficult to believe, and I have found it very difficult to get excited or to get enthused about the markets. So we just got another disappointing number out, very disappointing. But home sales. The home sales numbers came out for the month of December. Now, there's been a report out by the Real Estate Association that said that the home prices up last year, overall, last year were up 5.9%. And they basically said that is unsustainable. There's no way that we're going to see that again this year. Well, home sales, this is sales of existing homes, came out just a few minutes ago, and they're down 1% for the month of December. So that is, that's not good news when we start heading in to this year. But it kind of backs up what the real estate data says, that the 5.9% increase in prices is going to be unsustainable, because obviously if we start seeing continued disappointing home sales numbers come out, we're obviously going to see prices either stabilize or even slip a little bit and come down. So a little bit more, a few more bits of bad information, not to mention some negative earnings numbers came out as well. So that's one of the reasons that we're seeing that. Very interesting report that came out 4 minutes ago. And I have not read the whole report, and I'm just kind of scanning through it. But I talked to you earlier, and again, this came out 4 minutes ago. Well, it came out at 9:59 Eastern Time. So just about an hour before that, I was talking about the currency war, where we're headed. And I was saying that this idea of the DOJ, the BOJ, the Bank of Japan, coming out and lifting its expectations or allowing for 2% inflation, how dangerous it was. And now Bundesbank out of Germany comes out and says the president warns again. I have not read the full story here, and I don't know all the details, and obviously I don't have time to do it. But basically, this central bank president of Germany's Bundesbank has comes out and warns that there is an increasing risk now of currency wars. And I'm going to explain to you in greater detail what the currency war means. But let me just say what it means for the United States of America and the rest of the global market. It could mean depression globally. It could be a depression to the likes of which we've never imagined. It could mean a very rapid devaluation of the dollar. Now, theory in the currency war is the first guy to start the war, the first one to fire the shot, is the only one that is likely to make out at all, but it'll eventually come full circle to come back to get them. And right now, that appears to be Japan. Japan is desperate. It's been 15 years of stagnant growth, and they're looking desperate to get some growth. They understand that they can't get any growth until they allow some inflation. The problem is they've been trashing their currency for 15 years. If you think they've got 300 times their debt to GDP, just in case you think America's got problems. Basically, 15 years of stagnant growth. Trashing their currency by quantitative easing and quantitative easing. No one can run printing presses as well as the Japanese government. And now they're going to allow, in a very, very critical place in their economy, remember, they've already trashed the dollar, so any inflation, and they've done a masterful job, I'm not sure how they've done it, managed to keep inflation low. Now remember, we can't compare ourselves too much to Japan. Japan's an export nation. We're not. We're a consumer-driven nation. But nevertheless, what we could see is this: if they allow inflation, there could be a rapid decline of their currency. As a matter of fact, China is warning of that very thing. So. This is just out from Bundesbank. You can check me out just in case you think the hour before statement I made was based on any kind of warnings or reports that had already came out. It's out of Bundesbank's. It came out with this warning at 9:55 Eastern Time this morning. I think we're going to start hearing a lot more about the currency wars.